Okay, so let's get into the property info. Let's take a look at this. Now, what I did is I use Landglide. If anybody doesn't know Landglide is an app on your phone that you can use to search the property information, right? So let's pull it up. So this is what Landglide would look like if, this is what Landglide looks like on the desktop. And so this is the storage facility right here. It's a AA Augusta storage. And so you can see where the property lies. These are the borders. And you see this is kind of like the easement. So this is where the people come into the facility. All right. And so that is where that's the border. And you can find that in Landglide. And then over here on the left, this is just a screenshot, but over on the left, you can put your parcel number in, or you can put your address in, and then you search it. And this is where it says county link, that is where you can click on that and it pulls up all the public data of that property. And I'll show you that in just one second. Also, this is what the owner sent to me, was the taxes. So he just wanted me to know how much it was. So they pay $2,500 a year in taxes, which is actually really not too bad for, it's an acre of property, but it's really value, it's based on the value, right? So for 116 unit, it's only appraised at $225,000. So he has to, he pays taxes on that. Okay. So it's really not too bad. And this is the unit size breakdown of what he has. So it's total 116 units, 5x5s, 5x10s, 5x15s, 10x10s, 10x15s, 10x20s, 10x25s, and 10x30s. So obviously you can tell that this one was built a little bit at a little bit older age, but really not too old. I'll get into that in a while. But the reason I know is because there are a lot of 5x5s and there are a lot of 5x10s, right? Typically nowadays you want like a little bit bigger units, but back in the day, right, like you need smaller units. So that's why there's a lot of smaller units. So we'll check and see, we'll get in there and we'll see if we can make some of these 5x5s into 5x10s, or maybe put 10x10s. Then we have to look in there and see kind of what we do. But the most important thing is out of 5x5 or 5x10, they really do get the highest amount of money for them, because the price per square foot is so high versus, the bigger that you go, the less money that you make on your facilities. So in hindsight, looking back at like what the owner was thinking, I totally understand that, because he was like, no, I'm going to just get a whole bunch of small ones and fill those up and make as much money as I possibly can. Right. So that's kind of how that is. So that's why you always see that you'll see a lot of storage facilities that have kind of smaller units. And the question is, can you finagle those, into different sizes, or do you think that, do you think you can just leave it and get those, leased up? Okay, so that's that. And then here is what the parcel looks like on Landglide, right? So you have like a strip of land, and then you have the back office here. So we'll get in there. There's a little building here, there's a little building here, and a longer one and a longer one. And actually in here, there's actually climate control. There's climate controlled units as well too through here. Okay. Let's see what else we got. And this is the public data. So so you can see the address, you can see what it like. There's a picture here, a little bit of information. It's zoned, commercial, it's got some stuff on it, topography. It's got the total square footage of the property. It's 0.86 acres. And then it's got, it's built in 1994, and each of the unit sizes, right? 1650, 5450. Here's a 400 and two 400. So now, and then also it shows you what the last purchase was for, and this kind of things, fair market value and these kinds of things. So in 2020, it was purchased for 200 grand. So these are the pictures as well too that came up in public record. And I just copied these and just put them into my picture. So I had them, but there's a lot of great looking pictures. This was done back. The appraisal was done in 2020. Okay, this is the appraisal of the smaller buildings and stuff. And then this down here, so they give you a lot of information in public data. So you want to really look at it. You want to look at the public data. As you can see, like it's 1,650 square feet for this building right here. And then we've got this 5450 building right here, which is kind of has some climate controlled in it. And it's got 3,600 square feet right here. That's the long skinny one. And it's got 400 square feet for this little building that was there. Right, so it does give you actually quite a lot of information. Now, some public sites don't, right? They don't give you a lot of information, but Georgia's actually really good about that. So I really like that about them.